Hey there, I'm Lisa Collins, and today I am going to share with you so we can explore the oils of ancient scripture. It is the coolest little kit, and I got them for free with my Essential Rewards points with Young Living. And I could tell you a little bit more about that later. And I'm excited to explore these with you as I'm learning just a little bit about them. I use some of them, but do not have all of them because they only come in this little kit. But before we dive in, I just wanted to talk a quick little bit about essential oils. Historically, they have been used for since 4500 BC, scripturally, and appear in the Bible time and time again. Often the oils are referred to as olive oil in the Bible, but 10 of the oils that we're going to discuss today are also mentioned in the Bible. And I do have my notes with me because it is a lot of information and I don't want to forget anything. But if you are new to essential oils, they are more than just nice scents. They are powerful plants that have the abilities to support you in so many ways and can offer you a pathway to lifelong wellness and endless emotional support as well. I've been using them for many, many years. They've changed my life dramatically and my family. We use them for so many things, from personal, cosmetic use, culinary, medicinal uses, and so much more. Never thought I would even implement essential oils and plant-based oils in lots of other products the way that I have in the past years, and it's just incredible. So let's dive into these oils. So the first one here is aloes, aka sacred sandalwood. The first thing I'm going to tell you is just about every one of these oils could be amazing for skin health. I use a lot of these oils in my facial serum and also in my body cream, which can also be added to the ones that you're using. So I'm going to mention a few Bible verses as I go along with each of these oils and a little information about them. He was accompanied by Nicodemus, the man who earlier had visited Jesus at night. Nicodemus bought a mixture of myrrh and aloes, about 75 pounds. Taking Jesus' body, the two of them wrapped it with the spices in strips of linen. This was in accordance with Jewish burial customs. That is John 19, verses 39 through 40. Aloes appears in the Bible about 5 times in both the Old and New Testament. It is believed to be made from the fragrant sandalwood. It was notably used to prepare Jesus' body for burial. That was then. Now, historically, it was used for like a type of incense during rituals and meditation, and especially among the Egyptians, and for embalming. The amount of aloes that Nicodemus bought showed how incredible wealthy he was. Oils were very, very, very expensive in those days, and I believe because they came with it a lot of wealth for your health. So for an example is the amount 75 to 100 pounds of sandalwood then would be worth probably over $200,000 in today's market. And it also showed how important Jesus was to them. So keep in mind, if you're picking up an essential oil like in a convenience store or a chain store, you are probably not getting a pure oil. Could be harmful, so be very, very careful. The company you choose, their source, their practices, everything. I chose Young Living, seed to seal, fabulous, did my homework, love them. Okay, now sandalwood is known to have a warm, woodsy, and slightly aroma. Its common uses could be to help calm and relax the mind. You can also use it as a perfume and cologne. Lots of these oils you can. You may want to be careful with direct or neat application. Certain oils could be a little hotter than others. It's always good to dilute with a carrier oil first, like a grapeseed oil, coconut oil, to just check for skin sensitivity. I am not a doctor and I cannot diagnose or treat you in any way, but I certainly would like to share with you some of the things that I do and that has helped me. And there's lots of research out there, so I encourage you to do that as well. Knowledge is power. Okay, so let's see. Incredible properties for the skin. The more you read about each of these oils, they all have that. You can add a drop or two, like I said before, to your daily skincare routine, and it can help to reduce the appearance of fine lines, puffiness, and blemishes. Okay, so now we're going to move on to cassia. Let me go back to the aloes. I'm going to just It really smells really nice. A lot of these would be fantastic to just diffuse and during meditation and so much. Okay, cassia is a spice made from the bark of East Asian evergreen trees. Okay, Psalm 45:8. All your robes are fragrant with myrrh and aloes and cassia. From places adorned with ivory, the music of strings makes you glad. So I like that. That's great. Oh my gosh, it smells like cinnamon to the 10th power. That's cassia. Okay, then cassia is mentioned 3 times in the Bible, all in the Old Testament. It was like a key ingredient in the incense used in temple worship. It was also used as the anointing oil and the oil that burned daily in the temple lamps. So it does have that familiar scent. It also dates back to Egyptian times and was used during mummification. Okay. Today, it is noted for its unmistakable fragrance. Like I said, it's very strong and has calming properties as well. It can be very supportive for your immunity. While its aroma is very closely related to cinnamon, like I had said, the chemical properties are still different than cinnamon. Common uses, you could put a few drops on your fingers, rub into your hands, diffuse into the air. You can actually put it in your hair. You smell like Christmas spirit all day long. You can add clove with it, ginger, other evergreen scented oils, and really enjoy during the fall winter holiday season as well. Like I said before, be cautious. Something like this one in particular, the cassia is the hotter oil you would want to consider for topical applications to dilute with the carrier oil, like I had mentioned before, and also be used caution if you are pregnant, and never put anything like that near your eyes or anything like that. Okay, next is cedar wood. I won't be opening up this one because I have one open already. So there's some open here, some not. Cedar wood is lovely because it's very mild. First, let's talk about in Hosea 14:6. His young shoots will grow. His splendor will be like an olive tree. His fragrance like a cedar of Lebanon. Then, historically, this versatile wood is mentioned 21 times in the Bible. The wood was used to build Solomon's beautiful temple, and it was known for its durability. The ancient Egyptians used cedar wood oil to embalm. They had their uses for these oils for sure, and I'm glad we figured out a lot more things to do with them over the years. But they did too, perfumery and in cosmetics. The ancient Greeks also used cedarwood oil on bodies as they believed it to help one become immortal. Which is not the case at this point. Okay, so now cedarwood has a warm, woodsy, and I had mentioned a lot more mild scent, can create a comforting and uplifting experience. Common uses of it can also be used in a men's aftershave because it is also good for skin, and colognes. It's got a little bit more of a mild, masculine scent, if you will. You can add a drop to an aftershave lotion as well. Adding it to the favorite skincare products as well can help create a smoother skin. You can add it to shampoo and conditioner for shinier, healthier hair. Many people find it helpful for sleep. I always add it in my diffuser along with lavender and vetiver are my 3 choices of the oils to sleep with and before I go to bed. Okay, next one is cypress. I don't have this one open yet either. No, I do. I did open it. I had one. I said I shouldn't have opened it, but these last so long because they're so pure. And this is another one. It smells like Christmas calm. It's just so like a evergreen, just wonderful. This is a powerhouse for skin as well. And if you will, it can help reduce puffiness that we don't like. This would be found in the Bible. Isaiah 44, verse 14, he cuts down cedars, or perhaps took a cypress or oak. He let it grow among the trees of the forest, or planted a pine, and the rain made it grow. This oil is extracted from the cypress tree, which has a wood so durable that the cypress doors of Rome's St. Peter's Basilica shows no signs of decay, even after 1,200 years. That is fascinating to me. It is also mentioned 5 times biblically and in the Old Testament. The tree was used mostly for its wood and was strong and durable. Noah used it to build the ark. Greeks and Romans used it for relieving upset tummies and many other interesting things they did with the leaves, which I would encourage you to Google and check that out. Now, today, cypress also has a very fresh aroma, like I had said. kind of Christmassy, mild, can be grounding and energizing at the same time when diffused, and it can help restore feelings of security and stability. I do like to apply it because it's mild enough and not that strong scent. Common uses are also can be helpful with a more oily complexion. I do put this one in my facial serum as well, in my moisturizer. You can also add a few drops to your diffuser, and it can increase motivation. It can be great for massaging into the legs. I had mentioned earlier about a little bit of inflammation. It might support that circulation as well. So it is good for getting the blood flowing and stuff like that. And get you ready for a busy day. It's amazing the many uses essential oils have. I'm still quite astounded by it. Okay, next is one of the most important ones that was given to baby Jesus, and for very good reason. I don't have this one open because I do have one open. Frankincense. On coming to the house, they saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshipped him. They opened their treasures and presented him with gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Matthew 2, verse 11. The Hebrew word for frankincense, levona, is used in the Bible 22 times, making it one of the most recognized materials in Scripture. Most famously, it was a gift given to the infant Jesus when the wise men came to visit him. This is an ancient aromatic resin used for incense, perfume, and balms. Frankincense was one of the consecrated incenses described in the Bible as being used in offerings and ceremonies in the temple in Jerusalem. It was a symbol of holiness and righteousness. The gift of frankincense to the Christ child was symbolic of his willingness to become a sacrifice, wholly giving himself up to burnt offering like the sacrifices and ceremonies in the temple. It is also said to be symbolic of his deity. Today, aromatically, this oil has an definitely earthy, but a little bit sweet too. I like that, and uplifting. It creates a comforting, safe, and empowering environment. Also great to use for your own meditation, exercising practices. I mean, basically for any time of the day. And I actually apply that directly on my skin. Certainly if you have skin sensitivities, you may want to, again, put it with a carrier oil. Frankincense is definitely in my facial serum. So like I said, it can enhance meditation and prayer. You can apply it to your moisturizer to help brighten and beautify your skin. And moisturizer for helping with drier hands as well. Okay, hyssop or hyssop. Everybody pronounces that a little bit differently, and this one I did not have, so I had to open it. It smells wonderful. I used to grow hyssop for tea. It's really, really nice. Again, not too strong, but just so earthy and sweet and wonderful. So Psalms 51:7, cleanse me with hyssop, and I will be clean. Wash me, and I will be whiter than snow. Oop. Snow White. I have the Snow White t-shirt. No, just happened to think of that. That was pretty funny. 12 biblical references to this plant indicate it was likely used in practices and rituals intended to purify and cleanse. So therefore, we might be able to use them for similar reasons today. It has a slightly sweet scent, almost a tongue twister there, like I said before, and was considered a sacred oil in ancient Egypt, Israel, and Greece. It is the same family as mint, so it does have a slight mint scent to it too. That's why it was great as a tea from the plant. This plant was used traditional and herbal practices and centuries to promote wellness. And today, a lot of similar uses as well. And it is great to diffuse during exercise, but consider keeping it diluted if you're going to apply to the skin. And that's it for that one for now. And now we are going to move along to myrrh. And myrrh was another one I didn't have. And this one is really interesting to me. It smells earthy, but yet it has like woodsy, earthy, maybe with a hint of mint. So in Mark 15, verse 23, they offered him wine mixed with myrrh, but he did not take it. On coming to the house, they saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshipped him. Then they opened their treasures and presented him with gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. That's in Matthew 2, verse 11. Myrrh is mentioned 17 times in the Bible and is found in both the Old and New Testament. It was one of the key ingredients in Moses' holy anointing oil as an incense in the holy temple. It is also used particularly for the mouth and the gums. This was then. It was given to baby Jesus by one of the wise men. It is said that it was to foreshadow his death because in ancient times it symbolized bitterness, suffering, and affliction. Lastly, it was also employed in embalming and religious ceremonies. Jesus was also buried with it. Today, myrrh oil is valued still around the world. The oil is now recognized for its beautifying properties and grounding aroma. And myrrh essential oil is common in cosmetic and aromatic uses. It is said to help promote smooth and useful complexion. So this might make its way into my facial serum. I'm just big on the facial serum. It also has many other health benefits. If you were to just take a few minutes to Google myrrh and the health benefits of, it's pretty interesting to start to find out what all the oils and their abilities of what they can do for you and how they can help you. Let's see what's next. Okay, getting to your skincare. I mean, it's just, the list is unbelievable, but there's so much more to it when it comes to like complete overall wellness. It's just fantastic to have these things running in your house, being able to smell them, apply different oils, different days, just read a little bit about them, getting a good reference guide on all the essential oils that you plan on using and different ways you're going to use them, whether they be aromatically, topically, and very few oils I would even recommend for ingesting. And if you ever considered ingesting, Young Living does have the Vitality oils that are FDA approved and also have guidelines to go along with them on how to use them safely for internal use. Okay, so the next one we have is myrtle. Myrtle is fantastic if you want to clear your breathing a little bit. It's like a nice minty, it's so much harder to describe them rather than smelling it, but it's just so invigorating and can be really supportive to your respiratory system for sure. Okay, so Nehemiah 8:15, go out into the hill country and bring back branches from olive and wild olive trees and from myrtles, palms, and shade trees to make temporary shelters, as it is written. Biblically, myrtle branches were used in ceremonies and were also a sign of God's goodness, and they are mentioned 7 times, all in the Old Testament. Sukkot, I may not be pronouncing it properly, I apologize if I'm not, or Sukkot, I'm going to say Sukkot, commonly translated as the Feast of Tabernacles, includes myrtle branches in its ceremony. Sukkot is a wedding Jewish holiday that comes 5 days after Yom Kippur. Sukkot celebrates the gathering of the harvest and commemorates the miraculous protection God provided for the children of Israel when they left Egypt. Today, it is still used in Sukkot ceremonies. It is difficult to source, but has a fresh, sweet aroma, which may help clear the mind and the sinuses a little bit too, I might add. 2 other oil blends that contain myrtle in the Young Living line are Purification and RC, and it is a wonderful addition, I might add. So you can also add to your skincare routine and diffuse to elevate your mood, and like I said before, for respiratory support as well. Okay, we're getting to a close. We have 2 more left. Onycha, I believe it's pronounced Onycha. Then the Lord said to Moses, take fragrant spices, gum, resin, onycha, and galbanum, and pure frankincense, all in equal amounts. Exodus 30, verse 34. Onycha was an ingredient in the pure and holy perfume or incense the Lord commanded Moses to make. There are varying opinions as to what onycha actually was, but there are many that agree that it's like a benzoin balsamic resin that was obtained from the bark of several species of trees, that it was what Young Living's oil is made of, having a sweet and woody vanilla-like aroma. That is a good way to describe it if you smell it. It was also used in perfumes, some kinds of incense, and flavoring. It was also used for medicinal purposes. It was said to help heighten your spiritual experiences. Onycha oil is mentioned in the Bible 1 time directly and 54 times indirectly. It was an important oil of ancient times. Now it continues to be a major component of incense in churches today. It also is used in everything from perfume to cosmetics. As an oil, it is warm and can help support your emotions and help you connect spiritually. It is calming and a grounding scent. Diffusing, a wonderful way to use it. Okay, and finally, this one I think, it's hard to decide, is my favorite scent. Oh, it's amazing. Rose of Sharon. Oh, it's just incredible. Rose of Sharon. Okay. I am a rose of Sharon, a lily of the valleys. Like a lily among the thorns is my darling among the young women. Like an apple tree among the trees of the forest is my beloved among the young men. I delight to sit in his shade, and his fruit is sweet to my taste. Song of Solomon 2, verse 1. Excuse me. Rose of Sharon is also known as cistus. So it's actually on the label. It will tell you that. Then, historically, shepherds in biblical times frequently used Rose of Sharon for cuts and wounds. It was said to help slow bleeding and prevent infection. It was also used as perfume and may have been another component of incense used in biblical times. Today, it has that honey-like fragrance, which probably hasn't changed, is soothing and uplifting. Think of it as more of a calming oil when applied topically or diffused as well. And you can create a very calming environment and atmosphere. That's what I love about all these oils. I mean, and then you just decide on what smell is the smell you go with for the day. Whatever one you're feeling drawn to is the one your body is probably looking to, it needs. These oils have a way of knowing that. And our bodies do. I mean, the connection, it's pretty incredible. So, and we can all use as much of that calming in this crazy year for sure. That is almost over. So the common uses also, you can apply these to your joints for a little bit of support and can be soothing, and can apply them to some of the boo-boos that you may have. It may also give you some support there and can be great for meditation as well. It's got that kind of a smell. So purity is important, and it is extremely important when it comes to your wellness. Like I had said earlier, be cautious of the brand you choose and where you get your oils. Also, that everybody's body is different and how they will respond to the oils. I chose Young Living because they go beyond organic standards. They have a seed to seal that's phenomenal. They own their own farms all over the world and partner farms that have to follow the same standards of their seed to seal practices using virgin soils. The testing is through the roof. Everything else is just amazing. They know how to distill, when to distill, never to compromise the quality or the integrity or the actual molecular components of the oil, so that you are getting the full benefits that you deserve. So I would be glad to help you at any time on an oil journey and a path to wellness. Just shoot me a DM. I will point you in the right direction, the best way to get started, recipes, ideas, just about anything you can imagine. I love it. It's what I do. And I think it is the best thing that you can choose to do. I'm glad I did. You can also visit my website, theoilrunners.com. You can download a free How to Use Oils ebook. You can also read my free monthly Oil Runners news. I also do a few blogs, articles a couple times a month, and so much more. And if this finds its way on YouTube, please subscribe. And I appreciate you watching my videos, and I look forward to bringing you some more education and information in the new year on all things essential oils and plant-based as well. So take care and have a wonderful, healthy, happy new year.